pretend we're
Hi, welcome to Harvey's. What would you like to order?
yeah, could I have a large number 3 extra fries? Could I get onion on the burger? No cheese. And could I get a milkshake?
Alright, large number 3. What else was that?
I said a large number 3, extra fries, onions, no cheese, and a milkshake.
Okay, a large number 3. Extra fries, onion, no cheese, and a milkshake. What kind of flavor milkshake would you like?
Could I get a vanilla, please?
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, go to the next window, thank you.
I like doing that shit way too much. I enjoy it.
Regulated
I've got a question for you guys. Who has better bread? Better bread?
Who has
Chris
a
Evans.
better bread?
I don't know.
I've never seen Dwarf bake.
Have you seen Chris Evans
What?
bake?
Oh, beard. Well, I have to go with Dwarf, partially because I can comment on Chris Evans' hair. I can't comment on Dwarf's. Why bread? Because you typed it.
Yeah, you did type bread.
Wait, Dwarf, you own bread? Yes, bread.
Yes.
Let's
And
get
the
this bread.
guys look forward to the baking stream where I burn down the kitchen. Baking stream, and I'm like, listen, here's dough, flop. I'm gonna put it in the oven. I just throw that in the oven. I'm like, good luck to us all.
I honestly don't know why he's frozen. Did he just proposition us? What the hell was that? Well, yeah, that's true. Was he trying to summon rain? Plane's moving. Plane's moving! Oh! What the fuck? Oh my god! Okay, that was cool.
I live to serve. I'm just a bachelor looking for. What the frick?
Hold right, right trigger. Oh! Oh! Ah! Okay.
Disgusting.
I'm not gonna remember. This is a lot of controls. Oh! Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, love. The bits. Thanks.
I'm gonna be so pissed we had to spend a whole stream on one goddamn planet.
What's that? A cactus?
Yep, and it's our way up to the dark corridor.
All the things. Of all the things. Of all the things that they could have brought in from Final Fantasy, it was the fucking cactus! You made me spend an hour wasting everyone's time finding these fucking blocks, of which 8 could have made a set of stairs. No. We had to build a cactus, because the cactus is the one thing that people actually remember from fucking Final Fantasy.
You know what?
Oh my god, I forgot exactly how much that game just disappointed the hell out of me. Okay. This is one of the challenges of streaming during the day. The light coming through, like, I'm talking to people who aren't you. Shut the fuck up. Now is no room for back chat, cat. Hold on, let me change this. Not that. Bear with me a second. No, shush. Alright, fine. Climb up here. Ah. Okay, now I don't look quite so weird. Let's go with that. Hey everyone, I swear to God, I set all this up like 10 minutes ago, and it all changes on me. We're back with more Not For Broadcast. I'm super excited. I did not expect a musical. So I cannot wait for the additional bag of tricks that I think we're gonna find in this. But first, let's say hi to some people in chat. What is up to? Snark, grats on first on both Rumble and YouTube. Amma, Candle, JC, and all you wonderful lurkers out there. If this is your first time joining us, first of all, welcome. My name is Melissa, aka Cocktails and Consoles, and this is probably one of the better indie games I've ever played. And I'm not saying that because we have a special guest coming. It's true regardless, but the ingenuity in this, for example, if you like, I'm gonna put this, if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, not so much the mechanics of it, but the game being a story behind the story, or a story behind the game. This is this kind of concept. All you know is that you're just running a TV station and you're trying to keep your ratings high and all that, but in the midst of all that, there's a story going around behind it that you kind of gotta follow while you're doing your job. And I'm finding that I really like these kinds of things because it's not, they don't hand you the story on a platter, you actually have to work for it, which really adds to replayability, which I think especially TIMELOOP gives you a lot of replayability. But we're gonna find that out for ourselves. Let me kick us over here. Let me know how the game audio is. It still looks like in bits and pieces it's spiking yellow. So if I need to turn it down a little bit, just let me know.
Friends and neighbors.
Okay, oh, do you have to wipe your nose on my, oh, that's right, because my arm is in your way. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yes, that's your spot, right in the middle of my mouse, cat. Alright, sounding good for now. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, I think we can just go back to... Shoot. I think we just, is it tied under campaign or is it just straight? Snark, when you did this, did you do it all in one sitting or did you save and come back? Because if you saved and come back, let me know if I need to hit campaign or time loop. I don't want to undo all of our progression.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines.
Cat, stop wiping your nose on my arm. You did 2 sittings, hit time loop. Thank you. Oh, there's the continue. Much appreciated. Goddamn cat. Why must you always be in the way? When looking for clues, remember the game makers are evil and hide them in tricky places. Love that. I do. So exactly what we were just talking about. And now that Sister Cocktails is back, and now that we just wrapped up Resident Evil, we're going to be doing the full Not For Broadcast with her.
What a magnificent program. They'd give Sprong his own show if he wasn't so bloody weird.
Not a spoiler, but there's an extra multiverse hidden. Jeez! They really put a lot of stuff in this. Okay, so we got Dolores and Usiverse. Okay, so if memory serves from last time, we could not connect things on its own side of the panel, but we could connect them to the other side, and let's see what we get. I'm gonna try a 3 to a VL. I really should keep track of these, though. Paul's here! What's up? How are you doing, sir? By the way, excellent singing voice. Oh my god.
I think I'm moving. Oh, and I don't feel good.
I told thee 1,000 times, Chester.
Oh,
Every
Lord.
number of blind dates I've been on when they all turned out to be mermaids, followed by the number of pucks on me left hand, before the hook, that is. The date me childhood sweetheart married the second mate, the age of ship's cat was when it got drowned, the number of conversations I've had with the Pirate King, and the exact time I made me mar walked out the blank. You better start remembering or I'll find something you do.
Yes, Captain Magnus. Sorry, Captain Magnus.
Well, if you sit yourself there, they'll be with you when they're ready.
Fuck off, Chester.
Jeez.
Not you.
Crotchety.
Best be leaving that alone, Colin.
Oh, I like this. This could be fun.
We're not in the business of fun, boy. We're in the business of telling people what's what and getting booty while we do. Yo-ho!
Yo-ho!
Okay.
I love this game.
Might get old a bit quick, this one.
Getting old.
Oh, blast if I know. Boy's got naught but empty sails on top his shoulders.
Captain Magnus.
Yeah!
Captain Dawes. Gotta say, not sure I trust you in your lot. We pirates don't do trust. True enough.
Sorry I be late. Ran into a couple of blackguards. Had to teach them a thing or two about manners.
You must be Captain Wolf. Always thought it was strange there was the two.
Ah, just means there's two blades to run you through with him as well.
All right, you lot, get to it. We're going live in 5,
Oh, this is so cute.
4, 3, 2.
Yo-ho! I be Captain Dawes.
And I'm Captain Wolf. Yo-ho! Tonight we got a very special announcement for everyone in the fleet, straight from the Pirate King himself, so listen up.
Damn straight. We ain't in the habit of repeating ourselves. Deep in Dreadfist Cove, in an island that can't be found, Captain Magnus has been working on something that will change the pirate's life for good.
He's got a few things to say, and we got a few things to ask him, so keep watching as we bring you
the Night of Cheers!
Dogs, that's 1 minute back and not a second more. Got it?
Yo-ho!
Yo-ho!
Just say, I don't think pirates really said outside of film, so just get something in it.
Shut it, Sprung! I'm the captain round here. Right! We're the captains round here. And if we want to call it treasure, gold, doubloons, or booty, we can. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's your job to just smile and nod. Got it? Good. Now go start the whole device.
Yeah. Sorry, that's another one. Have an age one.
You better show us some respect, Carl, if you want to keep your limbs intact, that is.
We're coming back in 5, 4, 3.
I trust you all knew better than to go anywhere. Only got a few minutes till the machine behind
Quite
me
appropriate
gets
to talk
activated.
was Pirate
So,
Day on the
tell us,
19th.
Captain
Nice!
Magnus, what does it do?
Well, Captain Wolf, as you know, we pirates love to say, yo-ho! Yo-ho! Well, my Euphoria device will increase the number of holes. Soon we'll all be saying, yo-ho-ho! I don't trust it. What if it overloads? We could end up saying, yo-ho-ho-ho!
Or yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho.
Well, that's too many O's. I don't want to be saying yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. We're not gonna be saying yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. We're just gonna be saying yo-ho-ho. One more ho, all right?
That's plenty.
Well, it better work. Because one way or another tonight, you be the entertainment. Don't you worry. We done appropriate preparations. The test will go plenty well. And then I think we'll need to discuss the terms of respect. How about you tell us all how it all worked? Captain Donaldson, you are funny. Why would I tell you how my device does what it does? If I did that, that'd be the first moment I got a knife in me back. My first mate Mims over there would have done that years ago if he wasn't so fucking hopeless.
Agreed. Although...
Still got a censor.
Voice. Right. So, it does beg the question, Captain Magnus. What do we need you for?
I thought you might try something like that. That's why I took precaution.
Oh.
Don't do anything too hasty like that, Jesus. Easy on the merch.
Shut your mouth! Prisoners are for trading, not for talking.
Good work, Mr. Mims. I'm glad to see nothing went wrong. Now, where's the other?
Other one. Yeah. The one who's gonna fuck up your day. Now drop it, you fuck.
Wow.
I
Mouth
hope
on this
for
one.
your sake, Captain, that this device works. Because if it doesn't, you'll be in a world of pain trying to fix it.
Press the button, Cole. Let's get these hoes in and grab us some buttery.
You see, that entire line's going to mean something totally different to a modern-day audience.
Stop your blabbering and press the button, you
Or I will kill you myself and press the button.
All right, I'm doing already.
Okay, I don't think there was really anything in there to get.
There's nothing even here. I can't reach.
Okay, yeah, thank you for confirming that. Yes, a pirate Mexican standoff, or just a pirate standoff. You can never have too many hosts. See, you say that. Oh, this is still so freaking pretty. Okay, that was fun. Alright, let's see here. So we did 1 MS, 1 VL. No, I did 3 VL. Oh, that says 3 VL. Okay. Let's continue with the 3s. Let's do a 3 TA. No! Bozeman does need better penmanship. Oh, it's heaven! I love this! I want this for my house.
Welcome, welcome. Delightful to meet you. Jeremy Donaldson.
Dr. Charles Magnus.
Chester Mims. 324. My favorite Gwangons are Garglax, Kitterkill, and Peng.
Fascinating. Shall we?
Oh, yeah. This is excellent.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Robo Jetty. Brilliant. This is the future, then.
It's the present, Colin. Are you feeling all right? Do you need to visit the bliss space?
Bliss space? How much that cost?
You're so funny.
Where is the bliss space?
Same place it's always been.
She was more helpful as a human.
Don't be technophobic, please, Colin. The uploaded are just as human as everyone else.
Is everyone in the future this sickeningly nice?
I guess we'll find that out tomorrow.
So not in the next 5 minutes, or?
Colin, you brighten my day, and I love you.
He's like, did I just score?
Last name?
Sorry I'm late. I got caught up at the House of Sensation.
No apology required. You're here on time. This is Dr. Charles Magnus. And this?
Chester Mims, 324. My favorite...
10 seconds.
I'll kiss you later.
No need. I'm not much of one for formalities.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, friends. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. It's another beautiful day.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March in the year 3751, and this is a galaxy-wide broadcast on Interstellar Wave Range 1.
Humanity, as we know it today, is of course lovely.
War, inequality, sickness, crime, and death. These have long been just story beats in cautionary tales we tell our infant clones.
That
But
still
let us
needs to
never
happen.
forget that in our primitive past, These are accepted as inescapable parts of everyday life.
And tonight, according to our guests, we will all be able to experience a long-forgotten sensation thanks to this, their despondency device.
Welcome, friends, with love, to
The Night of Tears.
What?
Oh, Jenny, you look lovely. New wheels.
Temporary. I should get my body back next week. There was a hold-up. Apparently it's still only 7 years old, but it'll be back for next Giving's Day.
Oh, same one?
Pretty much. A bit taller this time, I hope.
Everything is going to be fine. Notice how that's changing.
Wonderful. This gives us all a little time to get to know each other before the experiment.
Are you scared?
Because it already is.
I don't know. What does that feel?
10 seconds.
I don't know.
5.
Fine. Little heavy-handed.
Welcome, friends, with love, to the Night of Tears.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine next to me will be activated. But before that, let's all adore the man behind the misery, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello.
I love him.
So, Dr. Magnus, if your experiment works, and I, for one, believe that it will.
I think he did
tonight,
snark.
For the first time in more than a millennium, human beings within range will experience what the history books have called sadness. Is that correct?
You are indeed absolutely correct. By analyzing the surviving musical compositions and the literary works from before the fall, we believe we can artificially induce this long-forgotten sensation, or at least something close to it, dissatisfaction, angst, or ennui.
I've got to confess, I'm a little scared, Dr. Magnus.
Oh, there's really no need to be afraid. We've set up the machine to automatically switch off after an hour.
Oh,
in case
Jenna.
we become so sad we can't lift up our arms.
Goodness, can sadness do that?
No one remembers, Megan. That's what makes this project so exciting.
And you are Dr. Magnus's assistant.
Chester Mims, 324. My preferred atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other stuff.
Exactly how sad will your device make us, Dr. Magnus? I've heard legends that sadness can drive people to harm themselves, or write poetry, or become estate agents.
Oh no. Thanks to the sterling work by Dolores and the Atimid emotional resonance, we've been able to develop harmonic limiters that will keep sadness levels to no more than a quiet, contemplative weep.
Yes, I hear you've had a huge team working on this. Is there anyone else you'd like to single out for love at this time?
It would be remiss of me not to thank Doris and all of the staff at
Okay.
Universal Stability, and of
Just
course,
had to safety check it.
Diana, and the fine minds in variational linguistics.
Don't forget about Doreen.
Of course, Doreen in temporal attunement, and a team of child geniuses. Is there anyone else?
Daisy in televisual variants.
I'm hitting them and they're not.
Oh, why not? Yes. Thank you to Daisy in televisual variants.
How many people worked on this project?
Hundreds.
Thousands, possibly.
And it all culminates in this live test.
But first, a message from the fine mind.
Good evening. That's about 40 seconds back.
Final checks, Chester.
I wonder what the evolutionary advantage to sadness was.
A fascinating question, and it does seem an entirely redundant experience.
Yes, like anger or desire.
Because he mentioned Dolores, but not in relation to anything else.
Now we are evolved. Probably unrecognizable to our primitive ancestors. Collected, at peace, and calm.
10 seconds, everybody.
The ultimate humans.
Yes.
Oh, my flies are undone.
3. Safe travels with love.
Well, final checks are being carried out by Mr. Mintz, and I think we're just about ready to go. Excited, Dr. Magnus?
Yes, I think I am. But hopefully soon I will be utterly miserable.
Indeed. On that, as on absolutely everything else, we can all agree.
Let's push that button and see if we can't stop enjoying our perfect lives. Chester.
Of course. And with love.
I think we should do this again. Just for me. I haven't been this relaxed since I saw blind Lemon Farley play the sousaphone.
Okay. They mentioned the name Dolores. I don't think there was a mention of a title or a surname or a department. But we can run this one again. Let's see, this was 3TA.
I'm so glad we're back here.
I love the smiley face.
Did we leave? I'm going to meditate.
I may judiciously smash that bell, just to be on the safe side.
This way, please. This is Jeremy.
Welcome, welcome. Delightful to meet you. Jeremy Donaldson.
Dr. Charles Magnus.
Chester Mims. 324. My favorite Gwangons are Garglax, Kitterkill, and Peng.
Fascinating. Shall we?
Oh, yeah. This is excellent.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
Robo Jetty. Brilliant. This is the future, then.
It's the present, Colin. Are you feeling all right? Do you need to visit the bliss space?
Bliss space? How much that cost?
You're so funny.
Where is the bliss space?
Same place it's always been.
She was more helpful as a human.
Don't be technophobic, please, Colin. The uploaded are just as human as everyone else.
Is everyone in the future this sickeningly nice?
I guess we'll find that out tomorrow.
So not in the next 5 minutes, though.
Colin, you brighten my day, and I love you.
I just love the expression on his face.
That's new.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught up at the House of Sensation.
No apology required. You're here on time. This is Dr. Charles Magnus. And this?
Chester Mims, 324. My favorite...
10 seconds.
I'll kiss you later.
No need. I'm not much of one for formalities.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, friends. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. It's another beautiful day.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March in the year 3751, and this is a galaxy-wide broadcast on Interstellar Wave Range 1.
Humanity, as we know it today, is of course lovely.
War, inequality, sickness, crime, and death. These have long been just story beats in cautionary tales we tell our infant clones.
But let us never forget that in our primitive past, these are accepted as inescapable parts of everyday life.
And tonight, according to our guests, we will all be able to experience a long-forgotten sensation thanks to this, their despondency device.
Welcome, friends.
God damn it.
To
The Night of Tears.
40 seconds back.
New wheels.
Temporary.
I'm gonna keep my eye on the splash screen, see if something's in there.
Still only 7 years old, but it'll be back for next Giving's Day.
Oh, same one?
Pretty much.
I think I have a theory on this one, but we're gonna let this play out.
How long does Find Mine need?
No more than a minute.
Wonderful. This gives us all a little time to get to know each other before the experiment.
Are you scared?
I don't know.
That is so soothing.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, friends, with love, to the Night of Tears.
In just a few minutes, the impressive machine next to me will be activated. But before that, let's all adore the man behind the misery, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Hello.
So, Dr. Magnus, if your experiment works, and I, for one, believe that it will, tonight, for the first time in more than a millennium, human beings within range will experience what the history books have called sadness. Is that correct?
You are indeed absolutely correct. By analyzing the surviving musical compositions and the literary works from before the fall, we believe we can artificially induce this long-forgotten sensation, or at least something close to it, dissatisfaction, angst, or ennui.
I've got to confess, I'm scared, Dr. Magnus.
There's really no need to be afraid. We've set up the machine to automatically switch off after an hour, in case you become so sad we can't lift up our arms.
Goodness, can sadness do that?
No one remembers, Megan. That's what makes this project so exciting.
Bring it when
And
Magnus
you are
thinks
Dr.
people
Magnus's
cool.
assistant.
Chester Mims, 324. My preferred atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other stuff.
Exactly how sad will your device make us, Dr. Magnus? I've heard legends that sadness can drive people to harm themselves, or write poetry, or become estate agents.
Oh no.
Hey, Slipknotty.
Thanks to the sterling work by Dolores and the atomic emotional resonance, we've been
There
able
it
to
is.
develop harmonic limiters that will keep sadness levels to no more than a quiet, contemplative weep.
Yes, I hear you've had a huge
I didn't
team
catch the
working on
department.
this. Is there anyone else you'd like to single out for love at this time?
It would be remiss of me not to thank
Hey,
Doris
Matthew.
and all of the staff for metaversal stability. And of course, Diana and the fine minds in variational linguistics.
Nonsense.
About Doreen.
Of course, Doreen in temporal attunement and a team of child geniuses. Is there anyone else?
Daisy, in televisual variants.
You think? Oh, why not? Yes. Thank you to Daisy in televisual variants.
Bozeman's telling me to fuck off.
On this project?
Hundreds.
Thousands, possibly.
And it all culminates in this live test.
But first,
How you
a
doing,
message
Matthew?
From the fine mind.
Good evening. That's about 40 seconds back.
We calculated that tonight's experiment has a 90.1% probability of success. Those who take part will experience emotions they may find uncomfortable. To opt out from the experiment, please set your dwelling's harmonic filtration frequency to 540. The experiment is scheduled to last 120 minutes. The fine mind will be monitoring carefully and will be able to report the experiment within 15.2 nanoseconds of an error being detected. You
I
are
am
safe
interrupting his joy, yes. That's very true.
The fine mind loves you, and you love each other.
That's creepy as hell.
The ultimate
Doing I?
human
Good to hear.
Oh, my flies are undone.
Safe travels with love.
Well, final checks are being carried out by Mr. Mims, and I think we're just about ready to go. Excited, Dr. Magnus?
Yes, I think I am. But hopefully soon I will be utterly miserable.
Indeed. On that, as on absolutely everything else, we can all agree.
Let's push that button and see if we can't stop enjoying our perfect lives. Chester.
Of course. And with love.
Okay, I think we cleared that one. I missed the department.
Do we have to go? Maybe we could just stay here for a while. I wonder if they have jazz.
Postman, we got a job to do. My God, stop taking the Prozac. Okay, so I had a theory that if you hadn't caught the name Dolores yet, that this would be the one place that you could catch it, and I thought that was going to be the clue that we potentially missed, but no, it was the actual department. Alright, so we did 3VL, 3TA. Let's finish out the 3s, shall we? 3MS. Boosh. So fucking pretty. Who came up with all this? It's glorious. We shot this before Everything Everywhere All at Once came out. Game takes ages.
Winston, thank God. I haven't seen anyone all day. The whole building seems to be an enormous, healthy buffet. I've been snacking the whole time.
Good, okay.
I've told you 1,000 times, Cherry. It's the total number of fruit minus the total number of vegetables multiplied by their combined ability to keep medical professionals away. I honestly don't see why that's so hard for you to remember.
Okay.
Just wait here, please, Dr. Mandarin. The host will be with you shortly.
Not him.
Sorry, Dr. Mandarin. Wait, no, please, no!
Okay, everything is fruit.
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
There it is.
There what is?
You look really cute in this universe. Back in a sec.
Winston, it occurs to me, I think I might have been eating the star. Specifically, Patrick. Just don't tell anyone, alright?
What's happened to her?
No idea. Colin can handle it.
I love they made you a lemon.
Anyway, Lemony Donaldson, this is Dr. Charles Mandarin.
Ah, of course. Lemony Donaldson, professionally sour.
All the sharpest minds are.
Sorry I'm late. Colin left me in the dressing room again. Professor Mandarin.
Actually, it's Doctor, apparently.
Either is fine.
And we're going live in 10. Colin!
Shit.
It's time for a special event.
5, 4, 3.
With Lemony Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Lemony Donaldson.
Oh, yes,
And
you
I'm
are.
Mango Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel One of Your 5-a-Day special event, hosted by your National Nightly Fruit team.
In a bowl, nestled on an occasional table in Chittlebury, Dr. Charles Mandarin and his succulently named Gesticulation Collective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their ambulatory device will finally enable us all to grow our own arms and legs, whatever they are. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that world-changing claim to the test.
We'll be in our schedule throughout the evening with our team of reporters lying about up and down the country to report live on whether the device has actually given us all the ability to get up off our cores and move for ourselves.
We'll have experts from the world of salad, pudding, and preserves, and of course, those all-important results.
So, even though you soon might be finally able to, don't move that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Limbs. Okay, that's 45 seconds, everyone.
Really prickly, you know.
Funny, I was going to say the same thing to Lemony.
I don't know what you mean. I have the rind of a young, fresh peach.
Well, you should probably give it back to her. When we come back, we'll do the questions about your device, Dr. Mandarin.
Okay. I'll need my presentation, though.
Yes, I believe we're just getting it ready now. Oh.
He deserves a pay raise.
4, 3. Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the scrumptious machine behind me will be activated, and maybe, just maybe, we will all finally find ourselves freed from our bowls. But first, let's meet the man behind the movement, Dr. Charles Mandarin.
Hello.
Dr. Mandarin, this whole notion of granting fruit self-driven momentum, that's a little far-fetched, surely.
Not at all, Lemony. After years of research, a top team, and some out-of-the-orchard thinking, we believe we've finally discovered the secret of rapid evolution.
Well then, please do tell us how it works.
Ah, well, this is where my presentation comes in handy. If we could just flip over to the first page there. Thank you. There we are. So, as you can see, our current lack of movement will be solved by the additional growth of what I've named limbs. These limbs will be subdivided into two categories. The first pair, we're calling them arms, will allow for more complex tasks and interactions with the environment. The second, currently called legs, are stronger but less precise and will enable us to change our location unaided.
Oh my god.
That is quite the claim. Do you have any idea as to the implications of
fruit
such a
are
large
invading the
change?
office.
Well, of course, on the next
Nothing
page,
is safe.
Please. Thank you. So, as you can see, we expect a significant increase in productivity for the average fruit. The capabilities of these limbs is really quite extraordinary.
Yes, if we can work out how to use them. Dr. Mandarin, this seems like dramatic, life-altering science. But have you run tests? Do we know this is even safe?
Well, obviously risk can never be totally eliminated. You can't make a flan without losing a segment, as they say, Mr. Donaldson. However, we've run numerous safety tests on vegetables. They are our nearest biological neighbors, after all.
Did you get their consent?
They seem subsentient. We've brought in our prototype model to demonstrate tonight.
Shit.
Oh. Wow, well, that is impressive. And it all works without damaging the poor vegetable.
Well, we're more than 87% confident that any pain felt was minimal at most.
Right then. Well, thank you for that, Dr. Mandarin. Now let's get that thing out of here, shall we? Dirt fellas, give me the pips. We were hoping to go live to the new government presentation cushion for a special message from the Prime Ministers, Peach Clement and Julia Limesbury, but unfortunately he's got a bit pickled and she's worried he'll just take the piss. So I think we're just going to make our way over to the machine. Oh, careful, Colin. Colin, I can't see.
Watch it!
Please down here, Colin.
I seem to be stuck on the... Oh.
Colin, don't forget about Cherry. Okay, I think we're all here. I can't really see, so there's that. Who's here?
I'm here.
Me, Cherry Mims, 24 hours old. My favourite places are refrigerators, vineyards and black forests. Also, I'm here.
As am I.
Good. Let's get the countdown started then. Cherry?
Yes, sure. Okay, starting at 10.
9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, Colin.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Could you press that for me, please? For Christ's sake.
Oh!
Never liked him. Let's get out of here before the police arrive.
Okay, I don't think there was anything in there. I think that one was just for fun, but that was fun. All right, let's see. So we did VLTA, MS. We've got one more for 3, and that is TV. Boosh. We are getting close. We just need the surname, which I'm assuming means the last name, and the title. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh no. You guys really should lay out the drugs when you're writing.
Times, Chester. It's the number of mating rituals I've attended when no one has turned up, followed by the number of blessings the entity has bestowed under my
Not
left
for
arm.
life.
The date my predestined
Oh,
match
there's
was
tentacles.
sacrificed by my best friend, the age my pet Gwoglaw was when I was forced to eat him, the number of times I've communed with the darkness, and the exact position of the celestial bodies when I first felt its dark touch. I honestly don't see why that's so hard for you to remember.
Yes, sort of.
If you could just sit here, please, High Priest Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Not you.
Dr. Magnus, I don't like the way it's been looking at me lately. Isn't it possible for me to sit here?
No, definitely not. Honestly, you think too
Oh my
highly
god,
of
the
yourself,
photos.
Chester. You're not chosen. You'll be fine. Now go and wait over there.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
Be respectful in its presence, please, Colin.
Interesting. Wouldn't want to live here, though.
Live where?
You know, here, with that. Definitely different, though.
What's different?
My clothing choices, if you ask my mother.
She's half blind, though, isn't she?
Doesn't seem to stop her. Jeremy, this is Dr. Magnus. His assistant's floating around here somewhere, too.
Doctor, pleased to meet you. I'm afraid you may find me a little skeptical, though.
Science thrives on being challenged, Mr. Donaldson.
Sorry I'm late. Ancient curse. High Priest Magnus.
Doctor, I believe.
Either is appropriate.
10 seconds, everybody.
Seems like a conflict of interest to me.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This one is Jeremy Donaldson.
And this one is Megan Wolfe. It's the third blood moon in the year of the severed heart, and this is an Ancient One special event hosted by your arcane and occult news team.
Okay.
In an ancient tower, concealed within the hallowed forest of Tittlewood, High Priest Dr. Charles Magnus and his appropriately named unworthy congregation have been working on a grand act of devotion.
They claim their Euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country, which, as we all know, provides a dramatic and positive increase in taste for it that devours.
They'll be in and out of the schedule throughout
It that devours.
An eager team of supplicants standing by up and down its blessed stalking grounds. They'll report live, first, on whether the device has brought a smile to their faces.
Oh, wow.
And later we'll find out if it's brought flavour to their veins.
We'll have sacrificial offerings from the worlds of science, religion,
Why is
and
it staring at
entertainment,
us?
and of course those all-important flavour results.
So don't move that dial, and as always,
Appease the great ancient.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. It that devours. Shut the fuck up. Calm your tits. Oh god, it's eating Chester. Chester is dead. Wow!
5.
It's staring at us.
Welcome back. In just a few swishes of its mighty barbed tentacles, this resplendent machine behind me...
Actually, Miss Wolfe, I think it might be best if we conducted the experiment sooner rather than later, all things considered.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I was still on script. Maybe just a couple of quick introductory chats, though, to set the scene. You are Doctor and High Priest Charles Magnus.
Yes, I suppose so.
Please explain to our undeserving audience, how will this device please its great and terrible malevolence?
Well, as we all know, we are but food for the great ancient. It that devours the undying one, horror, numbness, incarnate. However, a few years ago,
Shut up!
Carefully conducted rituals, we gleaned that it has always found displeasure in our taste. It's a bit off, apparently. Well, according to our expert divinations, the beast is not content with our flavor. It's because of the soul-crushing fear we experience as it approaches at impossible angles from a darkening sky. Makes us taste a bit tart.
Even the sacrifices?
Yes. Our research suggests they can be quite scary too, for those on the receiving end.
I have noticed they often make a lot of a fuss.
I just assumed it was the ecstasy of being among the chosen.
It's a very difficult situation for the Undying One. After all, as we all know from the texts, its mere presence shall cause the blood to chill, and its touch brings forth the cold revulsion of disease and decay.
I can see how it might be hard to maintain a smile under those circumstances.
And it does like to play with its food, rather. An arm here, a leg there. As divine privileges go, it can be a bit traumatic.
I see. So, it wants us to go to our deaths happy and with a smile, does it? Ignore that pesky survival instinct of ours.
Oh, those pesky humans.
Speaking of less fucking talking, shut your mouth!
Reasonable to me. How do we accomplish it?
Well, once I activate the Euphoria device, we will all be able to remain joyful and at peace, even as we watch our families devoured before meeting our own inevitable fate. We can meet our horrifically visceral ends without complaint or fear. In short, we will finally taste lovely. Thus ensuring the unspeakable horror will have a bountiful food supply for millennia to come, which I think we can all agree is the ultimate goal.
Can't get no argument from me.
Well then, without any further ado at all whatsoever, let's do this thing. High Priest Magnus, bestow upon us your mighty gift
of blissful ignorance.
I don't think there was any in that one, but I couldn't hear because of this asshole! Nice snark. No clue here. Okay, good. Stop staring at me! Alright, TV, I think is the last one? Yes. Be-doop, be-doop, and be-doop. Wait a minute. Damn it. No, no, no. We did TV. I just didn't see it. Okay, let's do the...
Hello, mate. Well, it seems like we're in a bit of a different reality here. New body. Bozeman is Big Chris. Fucking brilliant. Right.
Are we back?
Let's have a look then.
Okay.
I've
Did
told
YouTube
you
call 'em its
1,000
tits?
times, sycophantic Chris. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up.
Oh, God.
Followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart, Chris, married my best Chris, and the age my cat, Chris, was when I ran him over. The number of conversations I've had with my distant paternal Chris, and the exact time my neurotic maternal Chris walked out.
Guessing we don't have to hit on
don't see why
Chris.
so.
I'm Principled Shabby News Chris, but for tonight you can call me Cynical Chris.
What a strange nickname.
Sorry I'm late. Clingy Chris. Science Chris.
That's right.
Career-driven cutthroat Chris. Nice to meet you.
10 seconds, everybody.
Hang on, where's...
Everybody set? Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm outdated, ill-tempered News Chris.
And I'm charismatic sellout Chris. It's the 13th of March 1985 and this is a Channel Chris special event hosted by your national nightly Chris team.
In a laboratory nestled in the sleepy hills of Chryslerberry, Science Chris and his optimistically named Happiness Chris Collective have been working on a secret project.
They claim their Chrisphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live on Channel Chris, we'll be putting that claim to the test.
We'll be in and out the schedule throughout the evening.
All Chris, all the time.
Chris is standing by up and down the country to report live on whether the device will smile to your faces.
See, just in time. We are going live. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind me will be activated in the first ever mass test of its type. But before then, here he is, everybody. The man himself, Big Chris!
Oi! Couldn't miss the big button push, could I, sycophantic employee Chris?
Right, as always, boss.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Big Chris. But if we might turn to the man behind this experiment, Science Chris, I'm told it's also a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, thank you.
So, please, walk us through the aims of the Happiness Chris Collective and what the Chrisphoria device will do for the country.
Well, it's not too complicated to understand, really. We are all Chris. We know this, and we accept it to be true. And thus, despite our various comical differences, on a fundamental level, we are all the same. Our device utilizes this link to tweak our collective emotional frequency to create a joint feeling of elation. And with happier Chris's, there will be, of course, a happier world.
And I'm sure all of this comes at a great expense to the average tax-paying Chris, am I right?
Sorry, predictably.
Is it happening on
Chris.
Rumble
I'm just gonna
too?
Quickly jump in here, mate.
Go ahead, Chris.
Obviously, brilliant work. Good stuff. But theoretically, what would happen if someone were to, I don't know, switch around the wires in the relay?
Oh, it wouldn't happen.
How so?
No, Chris alive would be so stupid.
Yeah. Well, let's just pretend one was.
Well, if the safety regulations weren't adhered to and this hypothetical catastrophically moronic Chris would...
Yeah, all right. Well, let's just call him benevolent, but ultimately misguided.
Oh, he did
If
something.
someone messed with the machine without grasping the fundamental science behind it, any number of disasters might occur. By its nature, the device is
You have black...
connected to
Oh,
every
no.
one of
What's
us,
going
so
on?
we'd all be
Thank you,
affected
Snark.
by it.
But
Maybe
how
it's YouTube.
specifically?
Well, I'm sure that every precaution has been taken. Isn't that right, Science Chris?
Oh, absolutely. There's really nothing to worry
But
about.
if there were,
well, it would most likely be fine. So long as we didn't stay in any permutation for too long, well, then the fabric of time and space itself might destabilize.
Science, Chris. It's taken years of work, unfathomable amounts of money, and for a device that may or may not make Chris's a little cheerier around the country. Is that right?
Well, we're very confident, needlessly critical Chris.
All right, call me impulsive, Chris, but let's get this show on the road.
But what about union-appointed health, Chris?
Oh, fuck me. No, fuck off. No, we need to do the button push.
Okay, you're the boss, which of course means let's welcome button-pushing Chris.
Oh, what the?
Not to worry, not to worry. The suit is the result of a previous button he pushed. It's actually to protect us from him.
Exactly, and besides, if anything did go wrong with the machine, there'd be no point wearing a silly little suit like this.
And you are?
Assistant Science Chris, 24. My favourite Chris's are Origami Chris, Machine Washable Chris, and of course, the Chris who knows what you did last summer.
Okay then, are we ready to go with the experiment?
Absolutely we are. Button-pushing Chris has been practising at the big button all morning.
Alrighty, I guess we should kick it off then.
Yes, fucking yes. Go.
Okay, so let's welcome Countdown Chris!
Okay, folks, here we go. In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think this one's clear. Although no one is responding. Hold on, now that we have a second, let me take a look at the stream. Yeah, I don't know what the heck YouTube is doing. No clue on this one. Okay, good. Alright, so that was 1 TV, 1 MS, 1 TA. Boosh! My God, 12 scenarios you guys had to come up with. Wow. Bring your daughter to work day.
Winston, they've replaced my chair and desk with a sofa and a coffee table. And they've abbreviated the national nightly news. It all seems to have taken a turn for the worst in this place.
How long is this going to take then?
Do you have somewhere else to be?
Not really.
This first bit's about 10 minutes, then we come back at 8, 9, and then a long show at 10 to do the results.
This thing's going to cheer me up then, is it?
I very much doubt it.
Or is it safe?
Let's hope so.
Not very reassuring, are you?
No, I'm not, but at least I'm not lying to you, young lady.
I'm not sure I want to be here.
Listen, between ourselves, this machine is 99% likely to do absolutely nothing other than cause a national power cut. The science behind it is dubious at best, and as for the man in charge of the Happiness Collective, well, it seems to me like he's barely cracked a smile in his entire life.
So you don't think that this could, like, break everything?
Good question.
Seems to me everything's broken already most of the time.
Seen this before? Nice backdrop. Oh, there's a little swimmer in the
Leave that alone, please, Colin.
When is this?
It's Wednesday, Colin.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Do you need anything, Stacy?
I think she'd rather be somewhere else.
Oh, don't say that. It's exciting. A groundbreaking experiment.
Have you been mainlining the auto cue?
Try to have fun. She's a bit much, isn't she?
I think given time, we'll find actually she's exactly the right amount.
All weird.
So are you. Good, innit?
In it!
So this thing, it's
I love Britishisms.
big, is it?
Depends what you call big.
10 seconds.
20 million viewers, probably.
What the fuck?
That seemed big to you.
5, 4, 3.
That's fucking huge.
Well, oh God.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson. And as you all probably know by now, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here on Channel 1. Well, it's no secret that I don't have any children, so the station reached out to a local home, and I'm delighted to say that joining me tonight for this Channel 1 special event is Stacy. Say hello, Stacy.
Hello. 22 million hellos.
Oh Lord!
You do the next
The
one.
reactions are back.
Read what's written there. You can read, can't you?
Of course I can fucking read. I grew up in Care, not a fucking cave.
Again, excellent. On you go.
In a laboratory, nestled in the sleepy hills of Chintlebury, Dr. Charles Magnus and his Happiness Collective have been working on a secret project.
Incredibly, they claim their euphoria device will raise overall happiness levels throughout the country. Tonight, live on Channel 1, we'll be putting that somewhat grandiose claim to the test.
We'll be in and out of the schedule throughout the evening. All fucking evening? I'm meant to be meeting Gary Hells and Kelly Nifons later.
I don't know who they are. Keep reading.
We'll be in and out of the schedule throughout the evening. Oh, I've said that.
Yes, twice now.
Right. Oh, here we are. With our team of reporters sending by up and down the country to report live on whether the device has brought a smile to your faces.
We'll have guests from the world of science, politics, and entertainment.
Anyone have heard of?
I doubt it.
Well, I like blip music.
I don't know.
Hey, Zen.
Just go.
I wonder no one watches this show.
Nevertheless, we'll still be here, and with all those all-important results as well.
So don't move that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening. As we bring you
The Night of Smiles.
And 35 seconds back. Dr. Magnus, you could sit here, please. Who are you?
Chester Mims, 24. My favourite palindromes are civic, rotivator, and no lemon, no melon.
What?
Chester's here to push the
Cute.
Oh, that's not until after the Prime Minister.
Go away, Chester.
Yes, Dr. Magnus.
Oh, Chester.
10 seconds, everybody.
First rule of news: never, ever, ever feel
5,
sorry.
4, 3.
Off you go then.
Again.
You got this.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, the impressive machine behind us, will be activated in the first ever mass experiment of its type. So let's meet the man behind the merriment, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Dr. Magnus, welcome to the show. Just before we came on air, Stacy was asking me if your machine might, in her words, break everything.
Oh my God, you're such a grass!
So let's start there. Is this experiment safe, Doctor?
Well, I suppose that's a fair question, and probably one that's also on your viewers' minds.
All I'm saying is I saw this film once where time got stuck and that seemed like really bad.
Well, while no science is without risk, I can assure you that the chances of time actually getting stuck, as you say, is less than 1/10 to the power of 64.
So it could happen then?
Well, anything could happen. For all we know, it may have already happened.
I don't understand.
It's theoretical metaphysics. No one understands.
It is, however, more likely that you will have a spontaneous pulmonary embolism or be struck by lightning than that time will actually become unstuck.
I don't want to be struck by lightning.
And you won't be.
Nah, I don't like it. Something doesn't feel right.
That's what people said about television or electricity or even the printing press.
Nah, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's like, you're going to press that button and none of us will exist anymore. Like, all wiped out. Like, we weren't meant to happen. Like, we were a mistake.
That's ridiculous. Where did you get your degree?
I'm 15, you wanker. But it don't take a degree to know that there's something messed up about wanting to control other people's feelings.
To make people happier.
Well, you didn't ask for my permission.
No, and I've no intention of doing so either. Chester, if you please.
Wow.
Before we start the machine, we do have to go to Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury for a special message. And that's still being set up, so if we could all just take a breath.
Chester. This young lady is Chester Mims, my loyal lab assistant, who, like myself, has dedicated his whole life to the pursuit of scientific excellence. He is a man who is educated, he is inquisitive and rigorous, and these are, young lady, qualities I might suggest you would do well to cultivate within yourself.
Have you got a
problem with me?
Why does ignorance always have to speak so thunderously?
What are you calling ignorant? I'm not the one playing God here. That's you.
Well, actually, it's Chester. Mr. Mims,
She has a
if you
point.
would like to proceed with the activation process?
Do you mean,
Yes. Push the red button. Yes.
Righty-ho, Dr. M. That's, so-co by me.
Wipe us out of existence. How fragile do you think reality actually is?
Yeah, well, I'm ignorant, aren't I? Probably wouldn't go trying to break it to find out.
Well, at least it was brief, and we don't have to see it again.
I love that it actually confirms for us, like, nope, you got this, nothing else here. Okay. So 1 MS, 1 TV, 1 TA, 1 VL. Two anchors, both alike in dignity. Oh.
Winston? There's something in my office. It's got a mean stare. I hate this. I hate where we are. Oh god, it's moving. It's every man for himself. You're on your own. See you in the next loop.
Okay, bye.
Good Mims, thou hast been told 1,000 times. The number thou shalt count comprises thus. Those I have wooed, who quit to
Not
spin
for thou.
flesh. My poxes and my tragic date of love, forever lost betwixt betrayal charms. Hieronymus's age whence partly death untimely swept him onto shores unknown. The discourses I with my father shared, and whence the sun's rays fell upon the hill as mother's
Amish
shadow
verse.
faded from mine view. She is seen no more, my childhood eyes.
Good fellows, welcome one and all within. Be seated, and you presently shall meet the wit and heart that beat within this show.
Sirrah, whenceforth venture you your hand?
You what?
Touch not this wondrous, strange machinery, lest it should render you and I distilled.
I'm sorry, I didn't get any of that.
Good morrow, Colin Sprong. A hearty hail.
Oh, you as well. I hated this stuff enough at school.
Why speak you so unseemly? With such words as better suit a slutton or a moor.
Pretty sure we're not allowed to say that sort of stuff now.
He jests, but yet I understand him not.
His japes a silent waltz would best contain.
Rude, I think.
A hail and hearty salutation, all please, gentlefolk, accept my deep regret that tardy dost I come upon the set wherein tonight's fair alchemy is met.
Right, I'm leaving
What
before
was
you
that?
start talking about fairies.
The groundlings are prepared, the players set, so let us to our revelries attend. Fire up the lanterns, bring the stage alive.
Poor Paul looks so
Sorceries
tiny
begin
in that
this night
chair.
In 5, 4, 3.
Fair patrons welcome each and every one. My name is Jeremy, Lord Donald's son.
I, Megan Wolfe, beside him duly sit, as we present to your grand benefit such magics as will turn your blood to ice. Sir Magnus's Euphoria device.
In Chintleberry's green and languorous hills, whence fairies dance and Southern's golden eaves.
I knew this was going to happen. Just no. Give it to me.
What ho? Young cheeky violets nicked the script.
Throw wafty fade us out. And all this stuff about suicide.
See how anachronistically he marks with feather from no creature earthly born.
That's not funny, nor is that. You don't need any of these words at all. Just this and right. Do this one.
Tonight, before your eyes and arms and legs,
a special program called The Night of Eggs.
Good. Run titles.
Ye Knights of Eggs.
Excuse me, Saucy Colin, but this next appears to be bereft of scan and rhyme.
Why does it have to rhyme? No, don't answer that. Give it here. Awesome kit. I'm getting really bloody annoyed at this, okay?
Alas, he's mad.
Or by hell's fiends possessed.
Just do the top to tail and skip the rest. Oh shit, now you got me doing it.
But what of good King Peter and Queen Jules?
They'll take our heads if they should feel
Oh,
suppressed.
that won't matter once the button's pressed.
Is conversation you intend with me?
Indeed, good doctor.
And in 5, 4.
I have to constantly keep my eye on 4 because I know something is going to come up there.
Sir Magnus, your contraption, most bizarre, is fashioned prey to purpose fair or foul?
'Tis foul indeed, but not as you suppose. These fowl have feathers, wings, and beaky nose.
A foul! Most foul!
No, that's not a joke. It's just two words that sound similar. It's not even a... Never mind.
Yeah.
So, Magnus, where is Chester Mims tonight?
My servant, why? He waits behind the stage.
Or could you get him out before the end?
Oh, Chester!
Coming!
Hark, he doth attend.
Well met, good fellows, I am Chester Mims. My years they number, but will score and
Oh,
four.
this fits him the best.
My fame for chats are hacking off of limbs, also beheadings, and I have one more.
Do you know what we need to do right now to get this weird contraption started up?
Yea, verily I do.
Then off you pop.
Good people, bring your chickens to this place. Bring broken beaks and rickety of legs, for whence I release the music held within. Your poultry shall lay twice as many eggs.
Okay, now that's useful.
Sorry, that's what it does make chickens lay eggs.
That is indeed our deeply chosen.
Just press it, I'm not a fucking joke.
Language. Oh god. The goat ate Bozeman. Okay, well, Goat told me that we got all of that. So, I believe that now completes 1s and 3s. We're down to 2s. Day 126. Investigation of the themes and morality behind unchecked scientific advancement per se has proved. God damn it!
I've turned into that irritating nephew of mine. He can't shut up. Always has to comment and everything. He's a smug little so-and-so. Or, more accurately, I'm currently a smug little so-and-so.
Got a plan of attack?
I'm going to start on the variants and move on to the consumer stuff once he's on the ropes.
Not 2 on the ropes. We still have to have the button pressed, Adrian.
Not if he chooses not to. The only one who can stop the experiment is Magnus.
Very
And
interesting.
what will we fill the rest of the schedule with tonight?
That's Kenneth's problem.
Shit.
He'll think of something. He's nothing if not creative.
Yes, I am.
Creativity away from my employment contract, if that's okay.
When you hire Adrian Atkinson Blimey, you know what you're getting.
It's a popular science piece.
He looks resplendent in a suit.
Skilled dissection.
Adrian, this is not incisors.
Hmm? Certainly looks like incisors. I mean, this is the incisors studio, isn't it? And oh yes, this is definitely my background. Look, it's got incisors written on it. Oh, and there's my face.
You are dreadful at sarcasm.
But excellent at journalism.
10 seconds, everybody. You can bark, but you can't bite.
Keep it
He
smart,
could make
everyone.
a good James Bond.
5, 4, 3.
As Channel 1 attempts to push the limits of metaphysics.
Good evening. Tonight on Channel 1, we'll be dedicating most of the schedule to an innovative experiment. Dr. Charles Magnus and his sagacious collective claim their Euphoria device, this contraption you see right here, will make all of us more convivial, including you. Is that credible? Or even ethical?
No.
Tonight, with the help of you, our discerning viewers, we are all going to find out. I'm Adrian Atkinson Blimey, your host for an evening of experimental harmonic science.
That's about 40.
Okay. Terrifying.
5 degrees, 2 homicides.
I know, I
What?
interviewed her lawyer, remember?
Okay, I forget. You think this is normal?
You're a strange man, Colin.
You're not the first to say that, Mr. Blimey.
Good evening. Nice to meet
She
you.
said not to talk to him, remember?
Who?
The scary lady.
All ladies are scary to you.
10 seconds.
She said that he doesn't like to speak to guests before interviews because it
Going
puts us
in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes, this singular machine will be activated, marking the inaugural investigation into emotional resonance. But before we switch it on, let's dig our teeth in. Dr. Charles Magnus, you are the head of the self-styled Happiness Collective and the inventor of this fascinating emitter.
Yes, that's correct. Good evening. And this is my assistant.
Chester Mims, 24. It says here that your favorite numbers are 5 minus 800 and the square root of minus 1.
Yes, that's right.
That would be I.
If I understand it correctly, gentlemen, and I should imagine that I do, your device's frequency should raise the vibrational state of all conscious life until we attain a frequency that your experiments have demonstrated represents happiness.
Yes, that's right.
That's the theorized outcome.
But of course, it's not just felicitousness, is it? No. Other frequencies could also be targeted by the same technology.
Well, yes, theoretically, but why would you want to do that?
Maybe that's a question for someone else?
I'm not an ethicist.
Mr. Mims, this device is rather large and cumbersome, and what we see here is only part of it, I believe, as the relay has had to be hardwired into the power conduits in our broadcast room. Am I correct?
That's great expense.
Well, of course, this is the first iteration. Let's not forget that the earliest computers required huge rooms to house them. And over time, they've become able to fit on just a moderately large desk. We'd imagine that in the future, further iterations would be much more portable, personal use.
Yes, we can perceive a world where people can choose to alter their emotions whenever they want and whatever they want to feel.
Domestic devices? Emanating on a room-sized scale?
Yes, at first, yes. Eventually portable, perhaps even pocket-sized. I mean, just imagine the possibilities.
Yes, I am. I'm thinking of the possibility of inviting a female guest back to my emotionally controlled room and setting my home device to induce lust.
Hey!
Of the rebellious teenager who takes his to school set for anger. The offices set for fear, compliance.
But why would anybody in their right mind want to do that?
Why does humanity do any of its evil?
Again, I'd repeat, I'm not an ethicist.
It just makes people happier. Henry? I know, but I fucking hate children. They give me a headache.
Kind of questioning, Adrian. I have to confess, well, I'm feeling somewhat ambushed.
I'm afraid that your confession will have to wait, Dr. Magnus, because I'm going live now to Advance Headquarters to speak to the nominal leaders of our fragile coalition government. Are you receiving me, Prime Ministers?
Loud and clear, Adrian. What an exciting evening. When we formed a coalition, one of the first pieces of common ground we planted our mutual flags on was the importance of supporting our science and technology industries.
After all, what's the point in all that superior education we're providing if there's no jobs at the other end of it?
Yeah, good point.
Dr. Magnus and his team impressed us with the simple, well-intentioned nature of their project. Everyone happier. How could we not fund that? It is, after all, one of the 4 basic requirements of a government.
And all this experimental technology was funded by the government.
Sus!
Well, yes. I mean, we've invested record sums in funding the science and the
So I assume you own the resultant technology?
Well, not us, Adrian. The public own this incredible technology.
See, that's how they
it was,
get you.
after all, their taxes that paid for it.
But the public don't have the capacity to alter the device, do they? Or to make other devices?
Well, what sort of other devices?
That's an excellent question.
I
Let's
like him now.
chew on it for a while. In 1518, the residents of the city of Strosnov in southern Sconce experienced what was known as the dancing plague.
Fascinating.
People began spontaneously dancing and they didn't stop for days. It was infectious. More and more people joined in. They literally danced themselves to death.
You're making that up. I mean, surely he's making that up.
You can look it up in an encyclopedia after the show, Prime Minister. I'm suggesting that if one amplifies this device sufficiently, it becomes a weapon, does it not?
What, make the enemy dance themselves to death? Well, that's hardly an effective military strategy, Adrian.
Or with a few garble adjustments, surely it could send an enemy encampment mad with rage or suicidal with despair?
We have no such plans, nor would Dr. Magnus and his team sanction such a use.
Think of it. At the flick of a switch, demonstrators are calmed, protesters pacified.
We would never use such a device on the general population.
Liars! What of the commonality? In a society where this technology is commonplace, how would a citizen know whether the emotions they were feeling from minute to minute were even their own?
Yeah, where's your science now, bitch?
Insightful
Damn.
questions, as always.
Kenneth is
Adrian,
saucy.
But tonight is about an attempt to make people happier. And, well, we're here just to wish you all
Yeah, MK
the
Ultra, exactly.
very best of luck.
Back to you in the studio.
We are. Go away.
The Prime Minister's there.
Pricks.
And of course, without the funding that you receive...
We'd still be making mice grin a bit.
If I might say something.
Of course, Doctor. This program thrives on the free exchange of ideas.
I have a colleague who works in one of the more esoteric departments in the collective.
Title and surname.
And,
Oh, was it her?
Stand by.
Oh, you know Dr. Magnus, Professor...
Chester does like to fantasize. Anyway, this unnamed professor and I were, by pure coincidence, discussing the dancing plague of 1518, and she reliably assures me that the Blissgate circuitry will negate any concerns about such an eventuality.
But
Thank you.
That is untested.
I can assure you that the T-tests are absolutely magnificent to behold. And besides, if we discovered any negative effects, we could simply turn the device off. It's not permanent, Adrian.
So you say?
You know, Mr. Blimey, I always thought that you were a man of intellect.
Oh.
A ruthless campaigner of precision and truth.
I am all of those things.
No, you're not. You're a grumpy old man who can't see the good in anything.
Manners, Chester.
No, I'm sorry, Dr. Magnus, but I'm really quite upset.
Well, I can see that. You're practically apoplectic.
Yes,
Ooh,
I am.
apoplectic. Great word. Oh God, he's gonna push the
All
button.
you want is a little bit of happiness for a short amount of time. And you're a good man, Dr. Magnus. I know that. And if she can't give it to you, then I'll give it to you instead.
Oh.
But is the human animal responsible enough for this type of technology? Do we have the
shut
perfect
up, Adrian!
Well, you got
Damn.
honorific, which means we're done here, I think. Shame. It's been a pleasure to be in such a well-rounded body. Guess this is a goodbye. You seem lovely, if a bit scruffy. If
Hey.
you need me, you know where I am.
Yeah, so far this one's my favorite. Oh. Where are we in the section of the board? Yeah, that's very handy to have. So I'm glad that the developers put that in there. Okay, so we did 2 TV. Now, 2 MS. All we need now is the surname. And even once we get it, if we can, we'll play out the rest of the scenarios anyway, because these are great. Yes, Chester is based. Misguided, but based. You will attend. Oh my God!
Doesn't look right. I think we should...
Speak when spoken to, worm.
It's Dummy Mommy!
During this broadcast, all of you will be spending 20 minutes in the agonizer. Do you
Not
understand?
for you.
Yes, ma'am. Good. Where is my work?
Here, controller.
Listen to me, worm. Tonight we are working
Aww.
at the behest of the Over-Governor herself. Do you know what that means?
Yes, controller.
It means that everything will go very, very smoothly. Do you understand?
His Francisca von Karma.
Acceptations, controller.
Controller.
Disseminator.
Are the prisoners ready?
Bring in the prisoners.
Wow. Her makeup is glorious.
I'm Disseminant Wolf. I speak for the Over-Governors. You will answer my questions clearly and concisely. Is that clear?
I refuse. I won't take
Do you want to spend an hour in the agonizer? Or perhaps we should put your friend here in for a week.
Please, please don't do that. Leave him alone. He has nothing to do with my protestations.
It's no use trying to reason with them.
Quiet! Worm, fetch us coffee.
So, Prisoner Magnus, what's it to be? Will you be participating in the broadcast?
You leave me no choice.
An accurate assessment.
What the actual fuck's going on this time?
You there.
Jenny, you look like my Uncle Frank.
You will refer to me as controller.
Righty-ho, amazing. This is what I usually wear.
Insubordination.
Why is Megan dressed like a dominatrix?
You will not address the disseminant by name.
Again, amazing.
He's way too into this.
Nah, I think I'll just go and grab a muffin.
Hot.
Annoying little peasant.
A sensible decision. Controller, shall we?
10 seconds, scum. The Empire expects you not fail.
Snorkelex is a little too much.
4, 3.
Subjects of the Empire, I am the Disseminant. Tonight's mandatory broadcast sees the Empire achieve even further greatness. The Over-Governor, all hail her might, has decreed that tonight you, her loyal subjects, shall be the first to receive her boon. So don't move that dial, or you will be extinguished.
This is a mandated broadcast on all open channels. All citizens of any status are required to cease all current activity and fix their attention on
Well, they're not
this
talking.
screen. Failure to comply will result in severe punishments for yourself and those you love. The Empire expects.
A few short months ago, Dr. Charles Magnus and his co-conspirators were conducting unapproved scientific experiments. Do you confirm?
I confirm, yes! Yes, I confirm, ma'am!
Fortunately, the Over-Governor was able to intervene and turn a potentially lethal experiment into a project for the good of the Empire.
There was nothing lethal about it!
Working under intense supervision and with the firm hand of the Empire to guide them, work has been completed on this. The productivity device will grant all subjects of the Empire the gift of unfettered productivity.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Finally, all subjects from Overseer to Worm will be unshackled from our...
Have all the preparations been made?
Need to meet the expectations of
Harmonic shields are in place?
Fully operational. Everyone within the walls will be immune from the effects.
It's a bad one!
Before we activate the device, however, we are privileged to receive an address from the Over-Governor. Your concentration is demanded. The Empire expects.
It always does.
Subjects. For too many years, we have been the victims of our own emotional vagaries. I am no different.
I want that chair.
This is my worm. Yesterday, I visited his worm space and found him engaging in... Well, why don't you tell them, worm?
I was engaging in prohibited self-pleasuring.
Prohibited self-pleasuring. To wit, reading.
Oh,
Deeply
well.
ashamed of myself.
Now, I know what you're thinking.
No.
Worms can't read. Well, apparently, a great number of them can. They're secretive little things, aren't you, Worm?
Worms are expected to be discreet.
I
So he was
contemplated
getting the
how
gimlet
best to
frothing.
discipline my worm. My logical mind told me to simply disintegrate him
Going
and
through a
find
phase of having
replacement.
bigger and bigger chairs.
But
Yes.
something was arguing with my logic. I thought of the many years where he has faithfully met my every need.
Giggity.
The counsel he has kept and the expectation he has fulfilled.
Giggity.
And I was forced to admit that I had feelings for this worm.
Over-Governor?
Not romantic feelings.
Oh, well, fuck.
Who could be attracted to a male, after all?
Oh, lesbian coalition. Got
But
it.
Nonetheless, feelings that one might have for a family pet or a favorite soft toy as a child.
This will be a one
These
generation
feelings,
thing.
They are the reason that you see him standing here today, undisintegrated.
Thank you, Over-Governor. It won't happen again.
1984, if
No,
run by Kotaku.
It won't.
No! So much leather.
Our feelings make us ineffective. They make us unwise.
They make
We
babies.
cannot ever put our own needs ahead of those of the Empire. And after tonight, we will not have to. Attend the following broadcast with concentration subjects.
That is an unfortunate angle.
The Empire expects. I now return you to the disseminant.
In just a few short minutes, we cast off the shackles of emotion.
Wait!
Control the worm!
Please, listen to me. We need our emotions. Without them,
I
we're
would
not...
think very carefully before finishing that sentence.
Love the shoes.
Controller, please listen to me. For all the years we've spent together, this device, it can't be switched on.
He's right.
Emotions aren't something that's to be suppressed. They are art, music, and stories.
Also right.
No! Would you please stop doing that?
Sorry.
Controller, please. If you only ever hear one thing I've ever said to you, let it be this. Only you can stop this experiment.
Oh.
Controller. Jenny. Please. Save us all.
Do it, woman. No! Now you're dead to me.
I hate that name. Proceed.
Yes, Controller. Rejoice, subjects! The Empire expects, but she also rewards.
You'll destroy our humanity. You can't do.
That was a good one. Yes. Press F to pay respects to Worm Jeremy. Oh, that was a really good one. Okay, 2MS. We are on 2TA. Is this your second favorite? Okay. I love the artwork of the boot. That is so cute. Coming to you live from the heart of the capital.
What fresh hell is this?
No, Chester, I will not tell you again. We went over it 17 times in the taxi on the way over here. Now, I like repetition as much as the next man, but one must draw a line somewhere.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Love the couches.
Should we run a little thought experiment, Mr. Mims?
Oh, yes, Dr. Magnus, that sounds like fun.
Good. Let's begin with some data gathering. These couches, how many people do you think that they comfortably accommodate?
Probably 2 apiece.
Good.
He said
Exactly.
data
No
and not
side
data.
postulate.
Allowing for personal space, I agree with your conclusion.
Good. Next variable. How many people host the nightly
Out
show?
for news.
I believe there are 3.
Once again, I concur. Well done. Now, computation. If there are 3 hosts, how many seats are left?
1, Dr. Magnus.
And what can we conclude from this data, Chester? Well done.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Off you trot.
Something wrong, Colin?
What happened to the news?
News? I think I remember that.
This is... Oh, God, this is light entertainment.
Are you okay, Colin?
I just met someone in the corridor who said they were packaged badly.
They're English. That's the way we see.
But it isn't.
So you guys do say data, because we say data. I always thought the British say
How did you
data.
let this happen? How could you?
What happened?
All this.
Remind me how we let this happen.
About King Henry, if I remember correctly. Dr. Charles Magnus. This is Jeremy Donaldson. Jeremy, Dr. Magnus.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr.
Because
Donaldson.
we have been over this, Patrick. If it is in my dressing room, it is mine, okay? If you want your own, ask Jenny.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get two.
Great.
Like that.
Get as many as you want. I don't care, Patrick.
And when something really awful happens to yours, yeah, I'll keep both. How about that?
Is that a threat? Did everyone hear that?
Patrick! Robin! This is Dr. Charles Magnus, who's our guest this evening.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Nice
it's a
to meet you
pleasure.
both. Is everything okay? You seem to be at loggerheads.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, we're fine. A bit of showbiz.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Oh my god.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson, and welcome to The Nightly Show, your #1 source for digestible talking points. As ever, we're joined on the couch of chat with inexplicably popular co-hosts Robin Short and Patrick Bannon.
Thanks, JD. Great to be here with you as always, but particularly today when we have such an uplifting show ahead of us.
That's right, Robin. On tonight's special extended edition of The Nightly Show, we'll be doing some science stuff with one of the country's top brain boxes, and it's gonna make you grin.
Yes, science stuff. In an impressive building overlooking the picturesque hills of Chintleberry.
It's the one they used the outside of for John Wax 5. You broke my fingernail, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was some filming, but we were rather busy at the time.
Probably doing science stuff.
No, they did. You know, I've seen that movie 14 times. Oh, don't worry, not loaded.
We're pleased to welcome Dr. Charles Magnus, whose casually named Happiness Collective has been working on a secret project designed to make us all happier.
Oh, even you, JD.
I remain dubious.
Now, you must have noticed this bonkers-looking thing. Well, this is called the euphoric device, and apparently it's going to make us all happier. Did I get this science right, Doc?
Actually, it's called the Euphoria.
So don't touch that dial. Stay with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Smiles.
Coming to you.
That's a minute back.
Jenny? Hi. Yeah, so earlier on today, Patrick said something to me that made me feel quite uncomfortable.
It's a joke. It was a banter.
Oh, she made a threat, actually. It was a threat against my life.
I tell you what, both of you, why don't I just get Sue from HR to come down tonight after the show, and you two can sit and talk it all out with her until it's done. Shouldn't take more than a couple of hours. Well, she did make a threat.
Oh wow, there's a stare.
Definitely good. But I have a thing.
Tonight?
Yes, well, you know, my show is on.
The Night of Smiles.
Yeah, you know, upon further reflection, I may have
overreacted.
Possibly.
Excellent. Okay, 10 seconds, everybody.
Bitch.
Woo!
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes' time, we'll be turning on the Euphoria.
Oh, I wish someone would turn on my Euphoria device.
Crikey.
It's been ages.
But
Yeah,
before we
it
do
doesn't
that,
show.
Let's attempt to have a conversation about the science behind the spectacle. We're joined here by the leader of the Happiness Collective, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
The head of a collective.
Yes, Patrick, I was bemused by
Does
that.
that make you like Alpha Geek?
It's not exactly the
That is
terminology.
brilliant.
So, Dr. Magnus, this is a big night for you. You must be very excited.
Yes, that's an accurate observation.
Wasn't over the top at all.
I love this guy. I love you, you crazy brainiac.
We both do. We love you.
But slightly more impartially, we do actually have a couple of questions.
As I
Hey, Daily Lava.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Magnus, who are you wearing?
What? who am I wearing? I'm not wearing anyone. I haven't been hugged in 8 years.
Oh.
I think they're asking who designed your clothes.
That seems to be an entirely irrelevant subject.
Yes, I agree, but you'll be surprised how often it comes up.
Well, we just get the lab coats as a job lot.
Job a lot. Oh, isn't she that enfant terrible that came out of San Palmerino? I love
honestly, I've really no idea what you're talking
Now,
about.
Dr. Magnus, I'm sure our viewers would be curious to understand your process.
Yes,
a bit.
good. Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
So, when you're slogging away on those late nights at the lab, what music do you listen to?
Well,
I'm sure the doctor would rather talk about his devices.
Brahms, some Schubert, Chopin.
I love Chopin.
Focuses the mind.
Exactly as you would expect.
And I'm something of an aficionado on the song Drum Drum Bang a Bang.
Oh my god, the chickens, calm.
Drum, drum, bang, a bang, straight up, wham, wham. Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Drum, drum, bang, a bang.
Drum, drum, bang a bang. Now I'm all flim flam. Got me in the clip.
If this gets into my brain, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Come and say my yam tap. Drum, drum, bang a bang.
It's such a tongue twister, it's so catchy.
Right, good. That happened. Perhaps now we could turn to some possible problems with the experiment.
Absolutely. I mean, well, we've got this great big studio to set up your device in. But, well, it is incredibly big, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very consumer friendly.
It's a very specific colour scheme.
I wouldn't sue everywhere. No. I shouldn't think.
Well, I suppose that's true. Theoretically, we could, given enough time, make it
He looks like he's aged like 30 years
personalize it.
since being on the couch.
That would be amazing. I mean, I know I would love a happy button. Maybe you could put them on a key ring.
Holding back joke.
Let me try. That's lovely. I'm happy now. JD?
I'll pass.
Oh, I love that, Patrick. I love it. Oh, what you say, Doctor? Want to go?
Yeah, find her button.
Dr. Magnus, alongside these no doubt crucial aesthetic concerns, there are some more rather serious ethical issues, aren't there?
Well, that sounds absolutely fascinating, Jeremy, but we're going to have to stop you there because we are going to introduce our surprise guest.
Yes, where is Alan James?
Please welcome. Well, it's only the blooming Prime Minister, isn't it? Julia Salisbury!
Julia,
It's so good to have you back on the couch of chat.
Oh, you know, I never miss the opportunity to pop in.
It does seem that way.
If there's any more pop-ins, we'll have to put you in the titles.
I presume you have the experiment?
Yes, well, after all, you did pay for it.
Actually, we paid for it.
Yeah, well, you know, when I first heard about this project, I jumped at the chance to fund it. Increased happiness for everyone in the territories. What could be more advanced than that?
Thank you, Miss Salisbury. We really have appreciated your government's unflinching support for the project.
Oh, you're very welcome, Dr. Magnus. But actually, that's not why I'm here. I just popped in to show you something.
The latest budget forecast, perhaps a groundbreaking new policy document.
God, no. I get enough of that at the office. Ready?
Card trick. There it is.
Really?
Oh, you're such a party pooper. Pick a card, Patrick. 6 of clubs. Oh my god! We're gonna shuffle.
Make sure it's fair.
They want to die.
Right, you'll go pick a card. Pick a card. Okay. 6 of clubs.
Well, obviously, the whole pack is entirely full of the
That's
things that...
funding's lovely, isn't it, Charles?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Prime Minister.
It's like we're prisoners together, my dude.
Well, as we're all doing magic tricks, let's see if the big one actually works, shall we? Let's go over to the machine.
Chester Mims, 24. My favourite tastes are glacé cherries, toothpaste, and vegetable
He's
gravy.
nobody. He's just an assistant.
He's
just
so
a-
angry.
Let the Prime Minister get to the button.
But Dr. Magnus, all my years of training.
Are as but naught when compared with our annual magnificent funding check.
Patrick hates everyone.
Mr. Mims, at Advance, we recognise the contributions of all, from the greatest to the meekest, as equally important and equally valued.
So valued.
Thank you.
I mean, I still am going to press the button there, so.
Come here. Yep.
Let's get a little countdown going on the screen. And there we are. Lovely. Come on, everyone. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, and 2, Mr. Donaldson. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was great.
Mark my words, Winston. I shall be long dead before I ever let this happen at Channel 1.
Well, we are down to our last one to give us the actual surname. Booyah. Satire. Nice.
Winston,
Not for TV.
not what you would call a tech guy. I have a strange glass slab here that seems to want to see my face. I'm not sure I trust it, so I've put a balaclava on. Let's not stick around here any longer than we have to.
Cool.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of... Do you know what? I'm going to text it to you. That way you'll have it written down and I won't have to keep on repeating myself.
Yes, of course, Dr. Magnus.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Thank you. Not you.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
God, why do they have to make these keyboards so bloody small?
Everything all right, Carl?
What is that? Secret government technology?
What are you talking about? My phone?
Fine, give me a break.
Well, I really don't know what you're on about. It's not the latest, but
Do you really not have your own phone, Carl?
Yeah, I'm attached to the wall like normal people.
You still have a landline? No, like...
Oh my god, you got one too?
Tell you what, for my lunch break, I'll take you out to the shops and we'll go get you one, eh?
Why do I want a telephone in my pocket? It's annoying enough when it goes off at home. I never get anything done.
Phone ringing off the hook, is it?
Can't pick them
Phones
up.
are very social. Doesn't even look like a phone.
What doesn't look like a phone?
A phone, apparently.
Well, he has got a point. It does look more like a brass coaster.
Let me stop. Dr. Magnus, Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy, Dr. Magnus.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Magnus. You're the one who came up with the happiness device, is that it?
Well, actually, it's the Euphoria device. The Happiness Collective is the organization that created it.
Oh, well,
Nice dress.
Sorry I'm so late. Difficult selfie. Bozeman's new promotional campaign is just nuts.
I knew what?
Promotional campaign.
This one, Jeremy. The look behind
Yeah,
the
Megan
lens.
hot.
Come on, tell me about the engagement.
Why wasn't I told about this?
Maybe you would have been if you'd answered your phone for a change.
I like to keep it on mute.
Or read your DMs. Then why is your phone... No, you know what? I'm not doing this. 10 seconds, everybody.
Oh, Professor Magnus, your Tom talk was just amazing. 31
Going in
million views.
5, 4, 3...
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Welcome to this special OneLive.net event hosted by your national nightly news team.
We are, of course, still broadcasting on Channel 1.
This is Dr. Charles Magnus, whose organisation, the Happiness Collective, have built a device to make us all smile.
For more background, click on the link below.
In just a few moments, Dr. Magnus will introduce his device and explain what we can expect to feel tonight.
And, of course, you can get involved in the conversation yourself by using the hashtag SMILE.
So don't close that tab. Keep OneLive.net with you all evening as we bring you the night of hashtag smiles.
Cute.
Thing.
Yes, details about this promotional campaign.
Intending to join us? Update your socials.
Of course not.
Smile, Jeremy. Less of a smile now. You're just scaring the children. No.
Why does everyone have to keep plastering their image all about, all over, everywhere? I just don't get it.
Jeremy, that's literally your job.
But it shouldn't be, should it? It should be... I have fact-based information to impart.
Do you?
All I have is bickering
10
opinion.
seconds.
It's not the same.
Right, you are.
It's not the same,
Right, your
Jerry.
opinion, is it? Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. We're joined tonight by a face that launched 1,000 memes. It's Dr. Charles Magnus, renowned scientist, influencer, and host of the popular podcast, What's Wrong with Chester?
Hello.
Dr. Magnus, thank you so much for being here. Your Euphoria device has been all over Biff Baff and my face for weeks now, and I don't mind telling you that our comment section is just popping off with questions for you, so let's dive straight in.
Or perhaps, before we do, you might like to talk a little bit about the science involved tonight, Doctor.
Well, actually, there's a documentary available to stream on the Happiness Collective's website, newhappynow.org, which goes into a lot of depth about the theoretical quantum physics and vibrational science behind tonight's work.
Absolutely, I've watched it. It's fascinating stuff and all in under 2 minutes.
Sounds rigorously academic.
Well,
let's go to the Tattle feed now, where incidentally both hashtag smile and hashtag hot doc are trending.
really? Goodness.
This is from AJ is R27. They say another thought machine to keep the sheeple happy. Before going on to make some fairly outrageous claims about chimpanzees in the basement of a sushi restaurant and plug his Your Screen channel. But he does end by saying, ask them where their funding came from.
Well, actually, that is a valid question. How did you pay for all this?
Well, AJ is R27. Obviously, we had a very successful crowdfunding campaign on Begging Bowl.
I remember
I'm not following this at all. What do these words even mean?
And to come to his other points, the machine doesn't actually affect thoughts, just feelings.
But aren't they inseparably linked? I mean,
the claim about the chimp fiddling is absolutely just fanciful internet conspiracy nonsense. Probably put out by that Alan James on his ridiculous webcast.
Thank you, Doctor. We'll be looking at more of your questions in a minute, but first, quick reminder to
like and subscribe. Yeah, that's right. If you want to be among the first to find out whenever we release new content, don't forget to hit those buttons and keep an eye on your inbox.
Speaking of which, let's get back to Tattle. This next toot is from Unity, Dignity and Equality for All. Well, a little on the nose, but fine. They say, I, for one, think this experiment is a wonderful idea. Providing happiness for everyone is surely the most altruistic government policy of all time. I'm so grateful to Advance for...
Bootlicker.
There's no question there.
Oh, but a lovely sentiment for the Doctor and his team.
Yes, indeed, and thank you very much. And I would also like to second that thanks to Advance. Even though we exceeded our stretch goals several times over, it still required a huge cash injection from the government to get us to where we are tonight.
And don't forget, if you've got an unlikely science experiment you want to try,
you can get a government grant at advance.com/fundmydream. And there's a link, of course, in the description below.
Right, this next one is from... Oh, actually, I think I follow her. Yes, she's a fantastic scientist. And I think maybe even one of your team, Dr. Magnus. This is from D. Klein, 1984. It's been the high point of my career to work with someone as impeccable as Dr. Magnus. No. Only the firm hand of his leadership could have brought us all to this brighter tomorrow. He is a stallion among foals. And they sign off with a peach emoji and a heart. Oh, sounds like you might have another fan there. Hashtag hot doc.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much, madam. That was too kind. And you were, of course, integral to the development of the Euphoria device, and I really wish... excuse me, do we know if the people sending in these comments and questions are actually watching right now?
Well, they've only just come into the chat, so it's probably a safe bet. Yes. Now, if we could just move on to our next one.
I think we should start the experiment immediately while Miss D. Klein, 1984, is still watching. Chester.
Well, actually, we do have a format that we were hoping to follow, and we're not quite at the point yet where
we
want
can
to
get back to the tattle as soon as we start the experiment. Perhaps when the euphoria kicks in, it won't be so full of angry cunts. To a better tomorrow.
To a better tomorrow.
Miss Klein.
Nice.
Well, bloody done, Winston. We've done it. I've got her details now, and I've added it to the Rolodex. You can call Professor Dolores Klein for the next loop whenever you're ready. Or you could keep exploring other universes, I suppose.
I think we did all the universes, so let's call her. There shouldn't be one more. We did all 12. Tale of Love and Jazz. Oh no.
Goodness, we're back from the multiverse. A totally original idea here in 1985. Never been done before. But I can't help feeling, given a few decades, everyone will be doing it. Anywho, we've solved this, so don't forget, we care about the audience again. Let's make it a good show.
Oh, we missed that, sorry.
I've managed to book Smiling Toots Johnson and his Jazz Fandango to play in the studio. If Mohammed can't go to the mountain shall come to Mohammed.
That's one way to do it. Let's see.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one's turned up, followed by the worrying number... Oh. Hello. Professor Klein. I didn't know you were attending this evening.
Good evening, Dr. Magnus. It was all a bit last minute, I think.
Chester, did you know about this?
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Thank you, Snark.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Are you not staying, Chester?
Yes. Where are you going, Mr. Mims? Sit down.
Didn't you just...
Professor Klein and I think you have a lot to add.
Oh.
Line, please, Colin.
This is more
Oh,
like it.
he's so happy.
You okay, Colin?
Why can't I just be... Glad you're not singing.
Why would I be singing?
Who's the mouse?
Bozeman booked her last minute. Also, there's a new script on the auto cue and it says you to talk about love.
Who does Bozeman? Has he lost his fucking mind?
Smiles, Jeremy. I'll emphasise.
Jeremy Dawson. Professional matchmaker, apparently.
Aww.
Goodness, I hope we won't be needing one of those.
A matchmaker? God, no. The very thought. Ridiculous.
Bozeman held me up. Did he ask you to...
Cupid here, just relay the message.
I heard that.
Well,
Yay! We get to make people happy.
10 seconds.
Under nappy.
That's a look.
8, 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and this is a Channel 1 special event hosted by your national nightly news team.
What is happiness? It's a question that has baffled artists and poets since the dawn of time. From the primitive caveman...
God, stop talking in my ear!
...accomplished with a simple stone club to the jazzmen and their spooky clubs. Loosening libidos with each stirring...
God, what am I supposed to do?
Or the audience. Tap, tappity, tap, tapping their toes to the crazy rhythms of the mysterious night.
Bozeman is
in an effort
fired.
to unwrap her most intimate secret. Who wrote this?
Bozeman, apparently.
We haven't even crisis.
And yet she eludes us, this fragile happiness that flits from heart to heart, staying only as a guest until, of course, we are found by our true love and our heart starts to beat in syncopation with it.
Oh, when we are in love, every moment is happy, every sound a melody, every face is radiant, beautiful and engrossing as an alley cat.
And when they find the first word ever scrawled to the cave walls in the flickering light of that primitive flame, you can bet your soul that that word...
Poor lady's falling asleep.
Love.
Or even jazz.
So don't move that dial, stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you...
The Night of Love.
You know, Winston, we've reached the end of our journey. There have been ups, there have been downs, but in the end, we've come through it a little older and a little wiser.
Aww.
And I, like you, am looking forward to going home. So let's make it a good one.
Wait, is this gonna be the end of Time Loop? Oh, okay.
Welcome back. Not long now until we take a trip to Planet Bliss. So let's meet the Interplanetary cat who'll be our cosmic tour guide, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Good evening.
And with you, you have today...
Chester Mims, 24.
This is Professor Dolores Klein. She works in the Department of Emotional Resonance and has been responsible for fine-tuning the crystal molecules at the heart of the emitter.
Goodness, that sounds like such an important job, Doctor.
Professor Klein.
So sorry, of course, Professor
no,
Klein.
please call me Dolores. Professor Klein sounds like my grandfather.
Surely not the Professor Klein, inventor of the word.
Yes, that's him.
My goodness, what a contribution to history. At least until Florence came along and stole your thunder.
Please don't use the F word in front of Professor Klein.
Yes, she finds it very upsetting.
But I didn't use the F word, I just said Florence.
Please stop saying that.
What, Florence?
Oh, those things cost us everything we had. My grandfather died destitute. Crushed under a crate of his favourite worms he was trying to get down from the top shelf to polish.
Now! Do you see what you've done? I've a good mind to cancel this experiment and walk off the show.
Do it! Do it!
We've all worked too hard for too long. I will control my unmanageable...
More florp!
I apologise for my outburst, Mr. Donaldson.
That really wasn't an outburst.
Never apologise for your passion, Dolores. It's what makes you so impeccable at your job.
Aww.
I might even say precise.
You say the nicest.
Yeah.
So when the device is switched on, will we all experience love?
Oh, cripes, no. That would be catastrophic. People in love are mentally ill. They shouldn't be allowed to fly aeroplanes or perform sensitive tasks. No, our device will simply bring about a sense of contentment.
Love can be terribly painful.
Yes.
Oh, they're adorable.
Best avoided. Probably.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Subtext there to fill a poetry book, but apparently we are going to lift the needle from the grooves of the record of love and take a trip downriver to the white waters of Advance HQ for the sounds and stylings of the country's most powerful couple. I am guessing that means we're talking to the Prime Ministers. So.
Who, just to be clear, are in no way romantically involved.
Well, that's probably a good thing. There's no place for romance in the workplace, after all.
I disagree.
Makes it hard to concentrate. I've heard.
Yes.
So uncomfortable.
That's what I've heard too.
Let's go to that message now.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Advanced, Julia and I just wanted to wish all of you the very best of luck with tonight's groundbreaking experiment.
When this project landed on my desk, I just knew it deserved to be funded. After all, what could possibly be better than increased happiness?
And now, here's a little something what I wrote earlier, especially for tonight. It's a love poem, which I want to dedicate to everyone at the Happiness Project.
Oh,
and,
no!
of course,
No!
Mrs. C.
So it's a big well done from us to Dr. Magnus and the entire team at the Happiness Collective. And now here's Peter and his poem, if you're quite sure.
Absolutely, I spent all afternoon on this. Christ, I'm nervous.
Badges make me want to have a cupcake so bad.
Are you okay?
Great TV.
Come on, Clement, stop fuck-arsing around and let's get the gimlet smiling. True love don't come along every day. So when it does, you should make hay.
Oh, Lord.
If that man gets you dripping, say yes to the whipping.
Hey.
As the famous old Mal used to say.
Okay, that was good.
Okay.
She flatlined.
Good luck, everybody. Back to the studio.
Fantastic, the Prime Minister's there, and of course without the assets and wealth funding you received.
We'd still be making prototypes out of hope.
And you are Chester.
Chester Mims, 24. I'm attracted to badgers, some shelving units, and women between the ages of 22 and 51.
Yeah, keep that
Press the button, are you?
option wide open.
I rather think the three of us should push it. Don't you, Professor Klein? why don't you,
I take out the badgers, though.
Yes, of course.
That's right. And Dr. Magnus, why don't you put your hand on Professor Klein's? That's right.
Do it! Eagle has landed!
This is what we've been waiting for.
You're right, Charles.
I feel a bit dizzy, if I'm honest.
Do you need to sit down?
No. No, I think I need to say
Yay!
something I should have said a long time ago.
Oh, perhaps you should say it.
Look at that face!
No, you're right. How silly of me. What was I thinking?
Okay, I think we're going to get a counter on the screen there. We're going in 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, Dr. Magnus. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do it!
I love.
No!
Well, Winston, I'm sorry. We've exhausted each and every one of my ideas. We even traversed through multiple parallel universes, and we still couldn't solve this thing. I suppose we'll just have to get used to this tortured existence, trapped in time.
So we called her. Do we just get everybody?
You might find it amusing to make my channel into a zoo, but I am in no mood. Call Dolores again. We just did that, Alex. It was close, but no fandango, I'm afraid. Oh, I see. Throw everything together and maybe the chaos will push Magnus and Dolores together?
Alan James will save us.
Go for it, Winston. Make it happen.
Never question me again, Bozeman. Must come to an end. Oh, that's sweet. Taste of Hell, Paragliding Parade, and History of Flarge. Nope, that's moving up.
Jenny, what's going on? Oh, hello, Robert.
Jeremy, Miss Wolf, assembled guests.
All right there, Bobby.
Titwang Tony.
Good
There we
evening, Mr. Algebra. I've gathered you all here.
You are the
to
hero
help
we
me with
need.
a televisual experiment. Why us? You were available.
And between shoots.
I have a book to promote.
Whereas I've been up since 5 yelling at my staff at my capital restaurant, but I'm here too because I'm not fucking lazy.
I'm just here to break hearts and sell garden furniture.
Could we all please just focus?
Sorry, Bobster.
Tonight's television program is entitled The Night of Smiles, ostensibly because we're testing the Euphoria device. But this is a ruse. There is but one aim and one aim alone for tonight's program.
Ratings.
No. Love.
Oh, how gorgeous.
2 of tonight's guests, namely Dr. Dolores Klein and Dr. Charles Magnus, have fostered a deep, unspoken love for each other through many years of tedious scientific research.
Yeah, you can
Yet
see it
neither
totally in her
has had the
face.
courage to speak of their affections.
Divine. Isn't a film like this one?
Oh, was that the love you couldn't sing?
Oh, you've seen it?
I've watched everything you've ever made, usually with my trousers off.
I'm sorry, Robert, but we've been planning the show for weeks, and surely the experiment takes
Fuck
priority
the
here.
experiment! You have no idea what you're talking about. I've seen more versions of this than I care to remember, and I know more about the next 10 minutes than the greatest minds in history. Just get the 2 fucking scientists together, and I will buy you all fucking houses. Understood? Is that understood?
Yes.
Good. Try not to be too obvious about it, Alan.
Why is he picking on me?
You've just got one of those faces.
Oh, and don't mention Flard.
Flards!
Neil never mentions
So many Flards!
We've still got 6 containers of words to ship. Oh, well, they'll never sell. Everyone's using Flards these days. More stable at the knuckle joint.
You never forget your first blog.
Great for basting and for throwing at your kitchen staff.
The third Mrs. Neil kept one in the bedside drawer.
Oh, sweetie, we all do that.
I literally
just told you not to talk about fucking
Okay,
Flards.
maybe we don't talk about the Flards.
Get the scientists. Let's get this started up again.
What did he mean again?
I'd explain, but you'd think I was weird.
Yeah.
Deeply resent being a matchmaker.
So don't then. This is my wheelhouse. Definitely leave it to someone with an EQ.
You'll replace me one day, you know?
Oh, don't be so silly. You're irreplaceable.
Even so, you will. You're the best I've ever seen.
Aww.
Thank you.
Okay, if we could clear the
Yay!
table, please.
That's my chair, Jeff.
Oh, Christ, sorry. Right you are. Room for one. Yes. Sorry, no, of course, yeah. Not in the staff room now, Jeff.
I think there's room here.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'll just budge up a bit.
Room for me on the end here, probably.
Oh, smart.
Sorry, excuse me.
Just a bit of a squash.
Would you rather I stood?
No, you're fine, Charles.
Remember, everybody, L-O-V-E.
Shut it!
10 seconds, everybody.
They're scientists. They can spell, you doofnut.
5, 4,
Right. I've done everything I can, Winston. The rest is up to you.
Okay.
And I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 13th of March, 1985, and you are here with us.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be perspiring rather a lot.
My heart has experienced a mild acceleration, I think.
Let me check.
Is this a good time to mention my new book?
I haven't got to the opening titles yet, Alan.
What are you going to keep that book on, friend?
Oh, God, not you as well.
You want to buy a shelf? We got all sizes, crazy sizes, in
I regret this decision immediately.
Yeah, it's here. In this.
What is that?
Tiny book is tiny.
Come here. What is that? Do you know?
Nah, too crazy for me.
You're a maths guy. What are
What? They wanted the dimension in They're inches, aren't they?
Your heart rate is extremely fast. Are you all right, Charles?
I feel as if an eruption is building inside me, if I'm honest, Dolores.
We're on television, sir.
As much as 7, I'd say.
Do you mean millimeters, Alan?
What?
Do you mean millimeters?
Oh, I see what's happened there.
My book! Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I just needed a bit of a... Oh, yes, Yes, I'm feeling a bit better now.
Oh, please watch out for my tiny book.
Doctor, are you
Giggity.
quite all right?
Yes, I think it's just a little anxiety.
Oh.
From me? I'm so sorry, Charles. You're probably allergic to my perfume.
No, it's not you. You smell like a poppy on a fresh spring morning or an orchard in bloom. It's not you, Dolores. It's probably just the experiment.
God damn it, land the eagle.
You know, it's times like these you could really use a flard.
Good motherfucker!
Algebra.
There it is. Sorry, probably my accent. I said, it's at times like these you could really use a flard.
Oh, fuck's sake! What's fucking wrong with you?
What? Look, what is your problem with flards anyway?
Floods destroy my family.
Ah, wash my hands.
Ah, there we go.
You saved me.
And I always will, Dolores, if you let me. I love you, Dolores. Even if it did take a mild workplace accident to enable me to say it.
Do it! Do it! Yay!
Kind of just sitting on me now.
Sorry.
So sorry.
Sorry.
I knew Alan James would make this happen.
Just roll the opening titles.
Winston, this menagerie of chaos you've come up with better be worth it. Of course, it goes without saying that if we do break out of the loop this time, we'll go home to our respective families, carry on as normal, and never speak of this again. Wouldn't want to have any confusing references.
What? Who just blew her up?
Welcome back to the Night of Smiles. The machine behind us will make you all happier. Believe it? Neither do I. But let's press the button anyway and see what happens.
Wow, yes, let's do that. I think we can get a counter on the screen here. There it is, and we're going in 10, 9, come on everyone, 8,
4, 3, 2, 8.
Dr. Magnus?
I'm sorry, Chester. I'm sorry, everyone. The experiment cannot proceed.
Woo!
What are you talking about, old boy?
Ah, don't worry about it. I've been a fraud for years. My real name's just Neil.
This
We
device
figured.
is a fraud. A paper tiger.
No, Dr. Magnus, we've attuned everything.
It doesn't matter. We don't need a machine to bring us happiness any more than we would want someone to eat for us or laugh for us. We don't need a euphoria device. Happiness is everywhere, already, and it's different for everyone. For me, it's how I feel when I look into Dr. Klein's eyes. And at her meticulous research. But for you, it might be a particular view at sunset, or the darkness of a theater just before a play is about to begin, or your mother's cooking, or all of these things, or a million other things. We don't need anything to make us happy. We just have to go out and grasp it. Chester, inhibit the machine.
Yes, Dr. Magnus. Machine inhibited. Suppose we can all go home.
Yep, there he goes. Bye, Alan. Thanks for creating magic.
So there you have it. If you want happiness, go out and get it.
So what now?
We're going to the CFL?
Really? Okay, if you say so. We apologise for the change in tonight's schedule, which was mainly caused by... well, by love, I suppose.
The universe is probably safer, and our boss owns us a house, so all in all, a goodie.
But it's about to get even better as we have a treat in store. It's all the highlights from today's semi-finals of the Feline Football Championships. So let's go to that now.
No! Damn it.
Jolly good show there, Alex. Jolly good. I'll see you tomorrow, when we can get back to the real news.
Oh. Still got 30 seconds to run out the clock. What are you doing, old boy? Oh! 2, 1. Yeah! Oh my god! Oh. Wow. Oh my god, Paul, that was amazing. Ice, it was good. Okay, they're saying let the credits roll, so I'm gonna let the credits go through. But there he is! Wow, that's a heck of a crew. No, thank you, Paul. This has been awesome. Like I said, one of my most favorite games. You guys have done an amazing job with this. I hope maybe there might be some more DLC, or if you guys move on to another title, because this magic works. It really, really does. Oh, and you got it converted. Nice. Or regionalized. Oh, my pleasure, Snark. See, more games like these need better recognition, because I'm so done with AAA games, I'd just rather do these. Not games. Okay.
All right, lovers, Gary Kibberley, you join me for the CFL Championship Cup semi-finals. The Fluffers versus the Meows.
Oh, I forgot about this.
7 minutes on the clock. The Duke with the first goal of the game, a flick of the tail nonchalantly into the net. As you can see, Duchess in support. Any part of the ball crosses the line, it's a goal. All getting lively in the semi-final now. You can see Tiddles has a go at Cuff, but knowing he's going to get that reaction, he gets exactly what he wanted. Paw to the face. It's an early red card.
Ah, good point, Paul.
3 caps in the semi-final. The returning Cuthbert makes no difference here. Top scorer for the Fluffers this season, Duke. Rear hind finish from the halfway line. Absolutely blinding. There's a clear instruction here at half-time from Monty Fortune. Get out there, lay the law back down to them, boys. Do not let them get away with this. Fight, fight, fight. The Duchess has a go at Cuthbert. And you see he sneaks off to the on-field vet. He's going to need stitches. Last action of this semi-final. Unbelievable finish. Here he goes, rear high. Push, there he goes. It's unbelievable. Off the post and in. It's 3-0. It's game over. And in the words of Monty Fortune, Tumescent trouncing.
Tumescent, wow. You guys are really breaking the dictionary. Former Prime Minister Jacob Hamilton Mann called the election after a sex scandal led to calls for his resignation.
Good evening, I'm Megan Moore.
Oh, God, that was amazing. Oh, man. Let me flip over. Bring the audio down just a smidge. Woo! Hats off to Paul and the whole team for doing that. That was incredible. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys put together a great, great game. Love the replayability. We're actually going to be playing through not for broadcast from the beginning next Friday. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit late, but the VODs will be there. My sister saw a little bit of it. She hasn't really played it yet, so I'm going to let her kind of experience it because we love it, and I think it's definitely a game that she's going to love. She's also a big fan of FMV games. Like, we grew up playing a Seventh Guest and 11th Hour and all those kinds of games, so, you know, FMV games hold a near and dear place in our hearts. I apologize. I was hoping we were going to have a little bit more time maybe to do a Q&A, but I do have to run for a little bit. So, Paul, always a pleasure. Looking forward to hanging out with you again soon. If you guys have any questions, Paul is in our Discord. If he's up for, you know, answering, you know, feel free to put it in general chat. But thank you all so much. Sunday, Sister Cocktails will be live, I think around probably either 2 or 3 p.m. PST. So if you haven't already, if you're on YouTube, you want to hit the subscribe button. If you're on Rumble, if you want to hit the follow button. And I will see you, broadcasters, on Sunday. Bye, guys.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is 19.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
people